Hello, me again. Another day, another video. Merry Christmas Eve. I thought I'd do quite a Christmassy build. I've never actually done, I don't think I've ever made anything with the Arctic stuff. So I'm making the idea was those kind of little igloo-y thingies. Mainly because I went to the pub the other day and there was a outside grotto, like Christmas grotto thing with baubles, and they kind of looked a bit like igloos, but it was like a big glass bauble full of baubles. And I thought, oh, that would be fun to make. So instead of doing a bauble, I kind of merged it together with those like Northern Lights little viewing things you can get. I think I saw a picture of one once and I thought, oh, that looked fun. Like a little mini igloo. So it's like a mini igloo / Christmas bauble restaurant. Of course, it's another restaurant because I'm still haven't done all my restaurant ideas yet. And this is a really simple build. And when I mean simple, I mean like I didn't even move these bricks I'm making now. I didn't even like rotate them and make them look a bit more less uniform, I should say. So they look a bit samey and a bit patterny, but I just wanted to do a really quick pre-Christmas build, and I'm going to be pretty busy tomorrow, so only had a few hours, so this is like a 3-hour quick little build, including the recording and the editing. So yes, very quick, very rushed. So made an igloo. I could have done it as I would usually make a dome, but I really wanted to cover this bit of glass so you could have a glass roof thing. And so I did it in a really weird way, but it works. But now looking at it, it's so repetitive, the pattern, but I can't be bothered to flip each brick around. In an ideal world, I would have flipped each brick around and made it all look all nice, but no. And again, exploiting the restaurant that the guests just pop in. So it doesn't really matter that there's no actual hole. It just goes, there is a door into glass. Because I wanted that glass dome to have a nice roof. So, yes, it's fine. I shove a door there and they just morph through. So, yeah. And looking at it now, also, I think that the muzzle of the igloo, so like the doorway, the snout, is a bit too long, but oh well. And apologies for this. Again, like I say, I'll try and keep the camera straighter this time, and it's impossible for this one because I build the igloo and then I decorate the inside, and the camera kept clipping, building anything onto a wall because for some reason the glass roof pieces, I think because of how they are, like the archway, the hitbox is the size of the moon, so anytime I tried to select anything it would select the glass wall. So yeah, that was painful. So here we go, in goes our restaurant chair. So each of these igloos is going to be a private little booth that you can book and go and have a nice little dinner, hopefully with the Northern Lights above you. Then goes my trusty candle, the Europe lantern. Again, I think that's the only thing from the Europe pack, so sorry about that. Oh no, I think there's some string lights before. Oh, you see these socks? So I put those up thinking, yep, they're attached to the wall. No, they're about a mile in front of it. But I do realise that and fix that in a bit. But yeah, just building everything in this room was pretty difficult. So there's a lot of flying around. And you'll notice when I put down most things, I have to delete the wall, put the thing back, put the thing down, put the wall back. Yeah. Oh, so this is the bauble of baubles idea. So these are the hanging baubles. And in this one, I made them lights. So they're not actually baubles. They're nice hanging lights, but they give that kind of impression of hanging baubles. But yeah, magical Christmassy lights. And I thought, no way am I going to try and stick the sticks. I'm doing a lot of alliteration, aren't I? Stick, not alliteration, just the same word. Stick the sticks and baubles. But no way was I going to actually do that from the inside, so I thought it'd be easier to put them kind of haphazard where I wanted on the roof and then sink them in. But I do realise that I've put in way too many sticks, so delete a bunch of them. And those ones just poking out of the snow, well, the faux aquatic bricks, but the snow bricks that I'm saying that they are, looked a bit weird. Oh gosh, look at the repetitiveness of the walls. See, when I'm building there, I'm not looking at that, and only now I'm really looking at that. So yeah, sorry about that, but never mind. Like I say, not everything needs to be a hours long, 10-hour long build, or I was making the other day like 12 hours of playing. So I just wanted to do a quick 3-hour little thing. So this is what you get. You get what you pay for. So you get a lot of repetitive bricks. So yeah, it's very Christmassy in here. The idea is that they have decorated it for Christmas. So you book out a special little Christmas igloo. And also I've never used the Arctic pack pieces before, so a lot of it is just me figuring out what I want to use. And of course, because it's a Frontier game, most of the things are the size of the moon. Oh, the thing over the side again, that's just me looking through the pieces and making like a shopping trolley of pieces I might want to use later. So I did cut those out because that was just me going through the menu and plopping bits down the side. Also, I made this little wooden bottom bit just to do a little trim, because I always have to do a trim of things. But I do delete it in the end because it makes it 2 buildings. Because I wanted it always to be visible, so it's actually 2 rings of wood that I kind of mushed together. But I do delete it right at the end, so you can have the igloos as their own building and then move them around, or they'd be 2 separate buildings, which is annoying. So yeah, just trying to find pieces which aren't the size of the moon for decoration. And I wanted something to hang these little socks up, but this was such a pain. And I couldn't have it so the ribbon was actually hanging off those little knobbles because they would be facing the wrong way. So just imagine that the ribbon's got a little hole in it. Yeah, that works. Sorry, just one of my silences. Nothing to say more about the socks. Oh, just checking at night time. Very magical. Very nice. Oh, I also cut out a little bit. It was very quick, but I was playing around with the Arctic pieces and going to do like a wooden alpine-y shacky thing. And then I thought, no, this is really meant to be one of those, a bit like the Ice Hotel. It's meant to be a bit like that. So I decided to do it completely in ice instead. Ice and glass. I didn't really want any of the big wooden bits. So that's the idea, is it's like an ice restaurant with private igloos. Oh, and it's meant to be in the Arctic, but I didn't want to build it in the Arctic because it's just constantly snow on the ground all the time, and it's a bit of a faff to build in. So I built it in just a normal map, but I do bring it into the Arctic where it should live, but it's just for ease of building purposes. The shape of it is really boxy, pretty boring. A lot of trial and error, trying to make it a little bit more interesting, but it is just completely on one grid, which I wouldn't usually do, but eh. Kind of trim it with ice, but not very well. And the icicles are the new pots in this. So what I'd usually cover things up with pots and foliage, so I don't have that luxury in this one, I'd cover it up with icicles. So anything that looks a bit rough, shove an icicle on it, done. And also it's ice, so it's kind of all, melted into each other in funny little ways. Yeah, that works. It doesn't have many tables either, this restaurant, for the size of it. Like, there's quite a big footprint for, I think, 9 tables. But I didn't want it too busy. I wanted a nice area that they could walk around. So, yeah. Let's just say it's a really exclusive, very expensive ice restaurant. Yeah. It's a good thing I did change that polar bear. It would have been a bit overkill because I've put 2 polar bear outside. Ooh, my favourite candles. And everything's coloured very icy. Icy, nice white and very icy blues. Oh, I just realised I've left my cup of tea outside. Oh, that's annoying. Not outside, but outside the door, where I've banished the cat. Oh, see, I do put some trims. But just by the glass, I thought the glass would look weird if it just went straight into the ice. So it's kind of a weird build of some neatness and a lot of mess. But I suppose that's kind of what I do. And here we go again, more baubles, light balls hanging from the ceiling. I do think it looks quite magical. I do like it. But it was a bit of a faff putting them all in. But I suppose I find everything in this game quite faff. But I think that's just mainly how I build. I was pretty sure at one point that they were all on a funny angle, so I made it so they didn't align to the grid. So I made sure that they were all going vertical. I've done that sort of thing before. Yeah, that's all straight. And then, no. So yeah, I'm doing them at different random heights and random sizes, just to have that sort of haphazard look of floating light balls. Insert music here. You know I won't, but so yeah, just enjoy some silence. So, oh, it does look nice and magical at night. I was going to change the lights to be a bit more bluey to go with the rest of it, but actually I like the warm glow. I like a warm light. Oh, here's some other things from the Europe pack. But I think that's it. I think I only use Arctic and Europe. I bet I don't. I bet I use one random little piece from another one. Yeah, I don't really like the outside very much, but at this point I just wanted to get it done. And the main things are the little igloos anyway. I just had to do something for the main building. Oh, and I thought it'd be nice to have like a little window display, which in hindsight I probably should have filled with something more than just a polar bear. But oh well. But I didn't want to make it this bit too Christmassy, even though I have made the igloo Christmassy. I was going to fill it with presents and things, but I didn't. So it has just got a really bright, there he is, really bright polar bear. Oh, I do like those lights. So in more go. But again, it was a bit of effort, so I didn't do many. I think I did 4. Done. Ship it. Even though it's meant to be just in the Arctic snow thing, I thought a bit of 3D snow around the edge, just to give it a little bit of just kind of built up snowy bits. And I did it on the roof as well, just to cover it. Like, what am I going to do to make this look more interesting? I know, I'll just cover it in snow. I do find it really difficult. It's difficult to work with the inside of these restaurants. You can't really snap to the... Well, you can snap to the grid, but it just acts a bit funny. The walls don't really show. And then if you try and select any wall that you've placed or try and put one down, it selects the restaurant instead. So you've got to kind of delete the restaurant like that. You keep seeing it disappear. I find it a bit fiddly, but it's worth it to cover it up, I think. There we go, just covering up more stuff. Yeah, it's very boxy, but it's fine. And it's only 141 pieces, so very economical build. Very unusual for me. I was just checking where I am on the timeline, because first time I did a video, I just disappeared after about 5 minutes. Second time, the screenshots crept up on me and I just kind of went. So this time I'm going to actually see when it is time for the video, for the speed build to finish. Yeah, so this door out the side, so this is meant to be the door out into the outside igloo area. That's the kind of plan anyway, that's what it's meant to look like. I think soon I'd actually take it into the Arctic. Oh no. I never actually used my shopping trolley in the end. I think I used some of the pieces. So yeah, at this point I had to actually make a blueprint of the igloo and put them down, because they were in... The floor was a separate building, those wooden trims were a separate building, and then the main igloo was a separate building. And I thought that was just a bit silly. So I do sort that out. Again, just sort of built up snow to make it a little bit of a cosy area. And then a nice little fireplace. And soon we're going to see my favourite new pieces. What turns a boring rock into a seat? A cushion! So pleased with them. I do put some of these massive... I don't know if I cut it out. Oh, yeah, I did. I put some massive Arctic lamps and they look weird, so I got rid of them. Okay, so here we go. So here's me making this make more sense. Oh, and also I didn't like the icy floor. I thought it was weird. So I put snow floor in here. And make it all into one building, which is then so much easier to move around and copy and paste. So it's only got one table in each of them. And there's not very many tables inside. So, yeah, it just makes much more sense doing it that way. Aurora, of course. So the whole point is all the glass roofs and all the glass front is meant to be so you can see the northern lights as you dine. Well, I think this is pretty much getting to the end now. So I am going to wish you all a very Christmas, a very Merry Christmas. There won't be any more videos, probably not for a while, because I've got a lot of Christmassy things to do. But yes, thank you to those, especially the kind of my core people who keep watching. Thank you so much. I never really expect people to watch my videos, but very grateful when you do. So thank you, and for leaving comments. Thanks very much, and I wish you all a very, very Merry Christmas. And if I'm not back before, which probably not, also a very Happy New Year. So bye bye. Cue screenshots.